Cameroon is correct to say that we have not mandated anybody. Can they show me from the Foreign Minister of Cameroon? Can they show me any statement from the President? When the Foreign Minister of Canada talks in international law, he binds the state of Canada. When the President or Prime Minister of Canada, who is the head of the talks, these guys who came to talk in Canada, how do I know they are even from Cameroon? I know they are friends to John Bute. John Bute has no powers. So I'm not even interested in what those guys did. So it's embarrassing in diplomacy that Cameroon sent some people, came and disowned them. But in international law, Cameroon has that right. We don't know these people. Our foreign minister never gave them a full powers document. Our president never gave them full powers document. In the international plane, they cannot bind us. Those people are some low-level people sent from a certain prime minister from Zian. They cannot be bothered. It's embarrassing to Canada. Why did Canada not ask for the right papers?
Comrade, we were told at the beginning of these Canadian pre-talks that the person who initiated these talks was the Prime Minister in consultation and with the backing of Paul Biya. This is what the Canadians told us. So how then can we turn around to say the delegation that went to Canada was not properly backed up by the Cameroon government? Are you saying that the Prime Minister did not have the powers to appoint people to represent his country?
I'm repeating the same thing. He has no powers, Chris. In the international scene, even the head of the parliament cannot go in international law and bind the state of Cameroon. If the person in the international scene is the president and the foreign minister that can bound that state. It is only in specialized areas. For example, the Minister of Health in a case in International Court of Justice, they've said that he can, because the issue was so technical, they can accept him that he bound the state which was involved. Otherwise, he does powers. Whatever he said means nothing. So, and then secondly, Chris, even our reaction, when the foreign minister talks, if we think that we are people, you don't go on Twitter talking, you don't go on Facebook. You have to send something in international law and in international diplomacy. They call it note verbal. So Ambazonia was to send a note verbal to the Canadian government to state its position. In the International Court of Justice, a non-verbal has been accepted as notification for this thing. And if you make a statement in the international organizations like in the UN General Assembly or other international organizations, that evidence has been accepted. We are there talking on Twitter, talking on this. The only person who wrote to a note verbal to the Canadian foreign minister was Republic of Ambazonia. And it is there. I'm not, I saw the letter, so I'm not at liberty to discuss the content. But at least he did it properly.
And we are the ones who mess up ourselves very much. Like, Comrade Chris, let's be honest. Let's not come here and be wasting our time and other people's time. Let's talk about our own problems. Let's not be pointing fingers out there. And Martin just sat here now and talked about a letter that he validates to be the right approach from the Federal Republic of Amazonia, right? Martin, yes. Did you say that? Which you think was the right approach?
Yeah, I said that we were supposed to write a note verbal to the Canadian government, which I think it has been done.
Which Republic of Amazonia and which president did that are you talking about? Because we are sitting here talking to another man, our host here, who is the president of another Federal Republic of Amazonia. Which is the president who sent that? Let's talk about that.
I've seen that
around. This is
they just call me a comrade like every other person out there, just like you. So those big titles, I think when we get to Boya, we will have to validate and get into them. We are all comrades. They just call me a comrade like every other person out there, just.
Martin, I need you to talk. Because we are coming here, you are already giving me vibes that you belong maybe to Sarko's camp, right?
What Sarko's camp?
Which other president, which other republic are you talking about?
I don't know, Christian Ebini. I've seen a letter. You've been talking, let me talk. I've seen a letter that Marianta wrote to Canada, where the
Okay.
intergovernmental system. I've seen it. Sorry, let
No, I
me
say no.
finish
I'm just
now.
agreeing with
I've
what
seen
they
a
say.
letter that I've seen two letters that Marianta wrote to Canada, where she's calling it improvement, and she's published those letters. And then I'm saying that we were to send a note verbal. Also, I've seen also a note verbal that has been sent also by Ambazonia Republic. So there are different things. People are doing the thing. Some of them they do the right. I don't know whether they are right people, but some of them are doing the right thing. A foreign minister talks, another state sends a note verbal, which is a document that is accepted in international law. They do that and in international diplomacy. So the things are there. Marianta is writing. I don't want us to go into our own issue of 6 presidents and the rest. That is not the subject of this discussion.
We should.
All right, all right,
We
all
should.
right, all
We are
right.
talking about
Yes, I agree with Barrister Tumetang for what he said about the international law, that there was supposed to have been some document from the presidency of La République to Canada to actually validate that those talks were kind of credible. But whatever the case, I understand that the Canadians got into this genuinely to see how they could come between La République and the Ambazonian struggle